Your teeth kicked in. Do the bosses treat you like crap? Do they throw you in the basement like your grandma? Well, then I got a build for you. This build is going to take you to the next level. It's going to allow you to face tank those Grandma Cane hits to the face. So let's go ahead and deep dive into this Immortal build and what makes it so good. And this build can be ran with any weapon. I really like using it with like a sword and a shield or a gun lance. I've been actually playing around with the gun lance weapon quite recently and am really starting to like this weapon, and so it pairs really well with that weapon as well. But anything that requires you to not constantly use stamina, for example, this probably would not be so great with a dual blades or something like that. So let's go ahead and dive into the actual set and what it is. So we're going to be running a 4-piece Numinous set. We're going to be running the helm as Numinous B, we're going to be running the chest as Numinous A, the arms as Numinous B, along with the legs as Numinous A. And that's so we can get the most out of the active skills for this set. And then we're also going to be pairing that with the waist, which is going to be a Suja Sash A. Now, the talisman, I am running a defense 4 here. And then the mantle doesn't really matter, and I'm going to show you guys kind of a trick you can do. Actually, the mantles don't have the same cooldown. So if you use one mantle, you can just go ahead and swap to a different mantle and use that mantle. And one thing I like to do in fights, especially if the fight's going to be long or maybe it's a boss I'm struggling with, you can just port out and go to town, swap your mantle, go back into the fight, and pop the new mantle. I usually start off with the corrupted mantle. Start the fight off with, and I really do like the other mantle that is called the Mending Mantle, as I feel like it's just a really good mantle overall for keeping you alive anyways. Now when it comes to the actual gems, we're going to be running a Challenger, Might Jewel, Medicine, Challenger, Recovery Jewel, Might, Defense, Medicine, and Defense. And the reason for that is once we put all this together, our stats look like this. We're going to have a defense boost of level 7. We're going to have Agitator at level 5. We're going to have Counter Strike at level 3. Divine Blessing at level 3. Recovery Up at level 3. Recovery Speed, level 3. Elemental Absorption, level 3. And Max Might, level 2. Now let's deep dive into what these skills do and how it actually helps this set so tremendously much. Now, with that being said, before we dive into this too much, I haven't actually leveled my actual armor pieces up. My helm is at level 7, my chest piece is at level 3, and my arms, waist, and legs are at level 1. And I have a total defense of 401. So if I actually invested into these pieces, which I'm working on doing right now, I would have a whole lot more defense, which would just add to the more survivability of this set. So defense boost is going to give us a defense of 10+%, which is really nice, plus an added bonus of 35, and then all elemental resistances of 5. This is really nice. This is when it's at level 7, so it's nice to actually have this. And then Agitator is a really good one to have. Whenever the boss enrages, which they do like on every single fight, you're going to get 20+ attack and then 15% affinity, which is our crit chance. Counter Strike is really good whenever you get knocked back, 25 attack, and it refreshes. So it's not like you get it for 45 seconds and it's just you wait until, and then let's say you got knocked back at like 35 seconds or 40 seconds and you're like, oh, bummer. It will automatically refresh the timer of it. Divine Blessing is a good one because this has a predetermined chance of reducing the damage you take. While active, it reduces the damage taken by 50%. Recovery Up is really good because it increases the amount recovered when restoring health. So this should play into the actual burst super recovery too, and it also whenever you get healed by your pet or whatnot. Recovery Speed, this one's really nice. We have a red portion bar on our health bar. So whenever you take damage, that's a recovery portion that we have. This is going to quadruple the speed at which the Shia 4-piece set recovers that. So it's just pretty much like almost instantly it's getting fully healed to that point, and then it goes back into normal mode. And then we get Elemental Absorption. While active, it increases the elemental attack and resistance to elemental taken at an activation by 8. And then we also have Maximum Might. Whenever our actual stamina stays at 100%, we get this buff. And this is going to give us a 20+ affinity. which is really nice. And if you're playing like a shield like gun lance, you really almost are always at max stamina unless you're taking damage when you're blocking or you're dashing around, which we don't do a ton, but when we do block, we do lose some stamina. But this is really nice because it's pretty much activated majority of the time, and you're just able to get that 20 affinity. And then we have super recovery too. It allows the health gauge to continue to recover up to the max value, even if there's no red portion. And that red portion now, when we're recovering it because of the 4-piece set, is going to be quadrupled because of the recovery speed. And here is the entire build, so that way you can just copy and paste it if you want to, essentially, the gems and all of that stuff. I definitely want to know what you guys think of the build, so definitely let me know down below in the comments if you tried the build out. And I just want to say thank you guys if you actually made it this far in the video. Definitely smash that like button, as it'll help me out a ton, and I will love you for a very long time. And on top of that, definitely consider subscribing, as I plan on just bringing you guys more Monster Hunter Wilds content, along with just all kinds of video game content in general for this YouTube. So hopefully you guys enjoy my annoying voice, and I'll see you guys around in the next one.